Hey, what is up, my fellow Wastelanders? This is CurseTex Fusion. I have a little video here for you today. I haven't posted in a while, but I wanted to show you guys my brand new camp. With the recent news of Bethesda saying that they are implementing perk loadouts and camp slots, something I'm really excited for. I built this camp, but I'm going to eventually be turning it into a whole variety of camps that I'm gonna do a huge video on and separate videos for other stuff. But I wanted to get this video out here of this camp before I tore it down, before this update came out, so let's jump right into it. So right here, let me go ahead and close these a little bit. I didn't prepare for this.
Talk to me about
Don't talk yes on me. Alright, so this is the Brotherhood of Steel Scouting Base Beta. Pretty basic for right now. But with all the Brotherhood of Steel assets that we've been getting, I had to make a scouting base. If there was only one base I would have, it would be Brotherhood of Steel themed. So this is why I've been rocking for the last few months. I'm super happy about it, and you know as well as me, damn you Solomon, that I love my Cranberry Bog. Cranberry Bog isn't my favorite terrain, but it is my favorite place to camp, and the Watoga Highway camp I've had for such a long time. I ended up switching it out. I've had it since release, since the beta, so I wanted to create something new and refreshing to use some of these Brotherhood of Steel encampments. Alright, so we're going to start from left to right here. I ended up putting some of these trees out here to give it a little bit more foliage. I love these trees, but it's really kind of hard to find a place to put them without them looking unnatural. There's some reinforcements around the side. As big as this tower is and how defensive it looks, it's really easy for it to break down and everything just disappears inside. Oh, some blood bugs.
They ran away a day, deep communication, and they...
We're moving. A little bit of a distraction there, but we also have some Raider-esque stuff to keep intruders from coming into the base. Originally, my character is part Raider faction, part Brotherhood of Steel, so I tried to fit it in almost a Raider-esque Asher Ishmael type mentality. But I ended up taking some of that stuff out because it just didn't really fit well, and as soon as I heard that camp slots were coming out, I'm going to have a Raider camp and a Brotherhood of Steel camp, so they'll be separate. A few fortifications here, a few banisters. I still got the fire, it lights them up pretty perfectly, and it goes well with that Raider Brotherhood of Steel aesthetic. I just didn't really take them down. So first bunker here is Solomon Hardy's clinic. The doctor is in. And we'll go into the shelters here in a bit. Let me squeeze into
that
here.
Painful. Let me guess. Should have seen the other guy. Well, I can patch you up if you want.
So Solomon Hardy is the new Brotherhood of Steel follower. I can't remember the exact term, but he's the new follower that came with the Season 3 scoreboard. So I have him in here, and he's decked out in the Daily Ops Spec Ops
I don't
outfit.
think you should be bleeding that much. Wait, I am a doctor, and you should definitely not be bleeding that much. Need help?
He's constantly telling me that I need medical attention because I'm bloodied, so you worry too much, Solomon. So he's got his little chemistry bench in here, working on some flora. Scorch Beast Heart here, and looking.
Thanks
got
again
the
for
auto dock in
sticking
here. You're welcome. So he has his terminals in here. He's kind of working with the satellite dishes up above. Getting some intel. He's got a bed in here. I'm gonna get out of here before he talks our ear off. He loves to keep his door open, so every time I close it, he ends up just opening it back up. I don't know, maybe he wants the fresh air or something. So instead of going from left to right, I'm actually gonna do these outer ones. So that is Solomon Hardy's clinic, and this one is just the trading post market. Pretty standard. Just got my 2 vending machines in here. I love the Halloween ones. I've been waiting for a Brotherhood of Steel one to come out, but I just love the Halloween ones. And it even plays a little jingle when you go into them, so it's nice. And I got the Brotherhood round table in here as sort of almost like a meeting spot with a radio. Pretty bare bones, but I wanted a small location for all of my vendor stuff and yada yada yada. So, yep. Alright, let's close that one up. I got my power armor workbench out here. A few barricades. Yes. Alright, and now we go into the scouting tower. I love this thing. I really love this thing. I paid entirely too much for this thing, but I love it. And I ended up getting some of these what do they call those? The deco art pieces from the White Springs bundle. And I put them on the side. It makes like a good what's the word for it? Embroider, or gives it a nice aesthetic on the outside. And these statue heads, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but there is sort of a lore background with them being around a lot of Cthulhu-esque Easter eggs. So I thought that was really cool to put on the outside of it. I love that side of the story, and I can't wait for Bethesda to open up more of that story. So let's go inside. Alright, so down here is kitchen and workshop. I'm working on a atomic flea here. And I got a small little kitchen here. Yasmin comes by every once in a while and cooks up some meals. I still have some Christmas decorations going on since it's at the time of this video still winter time in the US. But I have my little kitchen here, little potted plants, a little bit of workshop here. Working on a little bit of a cannon here and a bunch of boxes. Got my generator in here. But yeah. Pretty standard for the bottom. I got a few wall decorations here, all posted up on top of each other. And let's go up to the second floor. I have some Nuka Shine barrels here. And I have my ammo machine. Constantly giving me plasma cartridges. It only holds 33 of them, so it's a little annoying. But alright, and here is the bedroom. So right over here you have the scoreboards, another deco art piece, some posters. I have the new burgundy wraparound couch, the modular set, and that works out really well. I did have 4 sofas here, kind of glitched into each other, but this looks a lot cleaner. Scoreboards, entertainment center, a fireplace, trick-or-treat bowl, candy bowl, and then here is my my Christmas corner. Got some stockings, presents from Zach's, Christmas tree, and Santa's chair here. And got my steins. I think I'm missing one spot for the stein, so I put in another Armor Ace one in here. Got my trophies, my sheep squatch horns, my Earl heads. Got my sheep squatch plushie and my bobbleheads and everything here. It's kind of a storage area back there, and my bed. I really like the new Vault-Tec bed that they came out with Season 3, but I don't really like to use the Vault-Tec stuff unless I'm using it on my Vault 51 Loyalist player. So his stuff is all Vault related, and I haven't been able to build out his shelters just yet, but once I do that, I'm going to post a video about it. new mole rat wind chimes. Makes a really nice noise. It actually caught me off guard like first time it did that. I was like, what is all this like chime, these like bamboo sounds going on? And it's the chime. So I got the tenderizer with the spicy mod on it, overseer chair. And if we go up, I was having a little bit of trouble figuring out what to do up here. I ended up doing just kind of bare bones, putting over my my Brotherhood of Steel markers here and a few barricades, and then cranberry plants, because you know we're overlooking the cranberry bog. And I wanted this little tower here so you can get this great view of the cranberry bog and Watoga. Absolutely love it. I love the cranberry bog and just like almost the vein-esque trenches that you have going through it, and you can find every single do I have be able to, yeah, you can see every cranberry glade out here. So you have, you know, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I don't think there's another one over there, but the 4 over there. You have Fort Defiance over there. You have the monorail, and you have the big satellite dish over here. And I think that looks really cool behind my camp. Every time I take pictures, I'm like, oh yes, this is the background. Yeah, and you get a nice view. Some Yao Guai, some high-level enemies spawn right over here, so you have a little bit of a hunting ground that you can go over there and get food if you'd like. Yeah. So that is the tower, and this is the surface camp of Brotherhood of Steel base beta. So let me take you into the shelters because the sun's going down a little bit. So let's go in there. I'm gonna get out my power armor here. Alright, let's go in here. Okay, so I have to explain this just a little bit. So right now I have the what is this? The maintenance, the free shelter that you get, the maintenance shelter, and then I have the vault lobby shelter, and then I have the vault quarter shelter, the newest one that's come out. So this is the maintenance one, and this is for me personally. Like, this is just what I would like in a bunker, and this is something that I could take with me if I'm ever changing out camps. So I'll always have this one with me. So I've kind of organized this into how I would utilize a shelter in my real life. So this first one is just, this is the beginning portion of the shelter, and it is all storage. Just different storage, different stash boxes everywhere. I have a little bit of chair in case I need to get up onto the top shelf here. So yeah, this is just where I store all of my extra shit when I'm not using it out in the wasteland. It's a little all close together, but you can walk right through. And then open up the vault door here, and this is my little living area. This is when I need to hide out for a while. I have a bench and some lockers here from when you take your shoes off. Welcome mat. Have a kitchen here, a little pizza sign up here, and little bar stools. I love how this turned out. As you know, I love the Slocum's Joe build set. I think it's awesome, and I can't wait for the camp slots to come out so I can make my own Slocum's Joe's donut shop. And I'm actually going to use this shelter for that camp. So each camp slot that I'm going to do is going to be one shelter of each. So this one's going to be my Slocum's Joe's one. But I have, you know, I have the dinner choices here. I have a double grill. little bar here, and then this, since we can't really have refrigerators in these shelters just yet, I made my own refrigerator. Open it up, have a few steins in there, and close that. And that is my refrigerator. And this is the kitchen, and I really love it. I really love it. When the bar set comes back in, the wooden bar set, I'm gonna grab it at some point, but this just looks nice already, so I don't know if I'm gonna end up tearing this all out and using the wood ones, but I really love the Slocum's Joe's pack for that. And then let's go into the bathroom. This is the bathroom. I have a few more storage shelves here. I have a little bit of a leak, but I have a completely clean toilet, and I have a dirty tub. So, for lore reasons, I'm just gonna say that I shit and piss in this tub. That's just what this is. It's nothing. It's just a trough. You know, I just keep it dirty. I never clean it. But I am particularly, I have to have a clean toilet. Have to. And I only have one roll of toilet paper. I go out every single day to get one toilet paper for that. So yeah, pretty nice. Got the tile floor and everything. A little bit of a shower spigot. I'm just thinking it's like leaking everywhere, so I need to go get that fixed. All right, and then the living room. Some shelves here. You pretty much know my setup for living rooms already, but I got a fireplace here. Got some couches. TV, entertainment center. Have another thing of sheep squatch horns. My tinkerer's workbench. It's nice and cozy. Yeah, nice cozy, right across from the kitchen. Have my kitty, my robot kitty, not my real kitty just yet. He's a little mean. And I have a few other little bits here. I have a little reading nook right next to a fireplace. I really don't like the hunting lodge lamp. I don't like the ducks, but I thought it looked pretty cool here, just to, turn on whenever you want to read or something. Alright, so this is where it's going to deviate a little bit from something that is comfortable, something that I would use as just like a little player shelter. So right here, this fireplace, I don't know if you know, but this isn't actually a fireplace. So let's open this up. It's a secret door, and it goes into a Brotherhood of Steel maintenance portion of this shelter. So the Brotherhood of Steel comes here, or any officials, any other soldiers, initiates, and sit here and plan out some of their battles. Or you can alternatively think of this as the Brotherhood of Steel playing D&D, and maybe this is just their D&D board. Have a lot of computers around and stuff. Maybe they're using the satellites up above to also observe things out in the wasteland. And yeah, sort of just a little secret nook back there, right behind the reading area. So actually, I think I'm going to take you. So before I split all of these up, because I'm going to split all of them up to where this door won't be here and the door back there won't be there, because I'm just going to use one shelter for one camp. So right now I'm thinking about turning this whole area into just a little bit of a workshop. It's still going to be hid behind the fireplace door. But for right now, the story is that I have this little, like camp shelter over here for my Wastelander, and then I have the secret Brotherhood of Steel base behind here, and it actually goes deeper. So let's take you into the vault lobby, which is the Brotherhood of Steel barracks shelter. I just realized this is going to be a really long video. I apologize for that. Alright, so we are in the vault lobby, and we just have a whole bunch of lockers here. The whole thing is completely barred off, and this door it looks nice, like you just came out of it, but this will actually take you into the vault lobby again. So you might need to jump out, or I have another way of getting through. Door. And here we have some more lockers and some more belongings, benches for people to change out of their armor and clothing. And it's the same on both sides. Now don't get me wrong, this one isn't as fleshed out as the other one, but the idea is there. So let's go upstairs. A whole bunch of power armor stations, just for the Brotherhood of Steel initiates and paladins to work on their armor. A few more round tables for sitting areas. And on the left and right side are just workout benches and workout equipment. And then right underneath the stairs is actually a shower and bathroom area. Yeah, pretty clean in here. Don't have any dirty tubs, but... And this up here is just a staircase leading to nowhere. If you go up here, I had sort of a problem with not being able to put on a ceiling to here, so right now it's just sort of like just this big empty area. I'm probably gonna do something with it at some point, but that's where it's at right now. Go. Alright, so the main story, I've been wanting to do this for a while with the vault lobby. And for some reason, it didn't occur to me that, you know, you could wall off this entire section and not make it look like a vault. And I fell in love with it as soon as I kind of realized that you could do that. So this whole Brotherhood of Steel base is nice, but what I really wanted to use this shelter for was the very back room of the entrance. So right now, and this is my own little headcanon, but you open up the Brotherhood's field station door here, and this is sort of like the infirmary or the morgue, right? So you're trying to keep people from the brink of death. So we have a 3-ply vault door here. 1, 2, and 3. And this room has amazing ambiance because of this lighting up here. So we have a lot of computers, a lot of maintenance going on, a lot of scientific stuff going. You can count 4 chairs, so you may have like 4 scientists in here. A lot of shelving with coffins and stuff. Maybe that's where the Brotherhood keeps their dead or their fallen brothers around. And you may realize that there is one big bed in here with 2 Scorch Beast hearts and some other stuff looking over it. Well, in my head, this is where Lieutenant E. Taggarty is here. She did not actually die in Operation Touchdown, but she actually got sent here, and she's being cared for by Brotherhood scientists to try to keep her alive. And this is me just being creative in my spare time, but I was thinking of just having her, you know, she's here, she's surrounded by her dead comrades, and she's being worked on by these scientists and being kept alive by artificial Scorch Beast hearts. So, you know, the Scorch Plague and the Scorch Beast hearts are what is keeping her alive, and that's what kind of ultimately almost killed her. But yeah, I don't think anyone has actually been able to come in here and look at all this stuff, but this is what as soon as I saw the vault lobby and this room with all this ambiance in here, for some reason that's just what came to mind. So it was nice to build it, and you know, I'll probably flesh it out later. So this whole shelter is going to be in my Brotherhood of Steel outpost base. I'm gonna make a camp slot which is fully Brotherhood of Steel-esque, and you know, it will be just fully Brotherhood of Steel, and I'm going to have this in the basement of it. So it'll be nice to have, you know, like a big outpost base, and then once you search in deeper, when you get to the end, you'll find Elizabeth Taggarty. Alright, so I'm going to take a little bit of a detour. I'll see you in 1 minute. I'm gonna have to get through back here again because there's no way to get back. Okay, so now that we've seen the Brotherhood of Steel secret base behind the unassuming fireplace, we are going to go into the vault quarters, which the vault quarters is somewhat like this, but it was so big and so massive that I haven't been able to finish it, so this is still a work in progress. But if I can be completely honest with you, I think I'm probably going to tear the whole thing down and kind of restructure it, but I wanted to show you what I have so far. I stayed up for, I think, maybe around like 6 or 7 straight, just kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this shelter on my day off, and it was almost sort of a waste of time, but we'll see. So I did the same thing with the vault lobby. I kind of, oh hey, I have a giant wall missing. I think that works. Alright, so I have it all closed off so it doesn't look like a vault again, and I kind of use this little grass area as sort of a indoor garden. So I have benches, a whole bunch of plants and stuff, and a log, and you know, some statues. I have some sitting areas over here. You know, I don't know why they need umbrellas unless you know the light's blinding you. So everything's all closed off here. It's like you wouldn't even realize you were in a vault shelter, you know. Can't close any of these doors. Got Scarecrow and everything in here. It's kind of crumbling just a little bit, but I have a little vault here. I'm coming. Alright, so this is where it's going to get weird, right? Because I've made it to where it doesn't look like a vault, but I didn't really fill it with anything. So my entire time was just me trying to get all this stuff connected to where there's no holes in it, and it would look like that's just a completely just a complete full shelter without it looking vault-esque. So in here, at the end of my like 6 to 7 hours of building this thing, I was just like, what can I do in this hallway? And I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, let's just put sofas everywhere. And I showed it to somebody and they were like, why does it look like a waiting room? And it looks like a waiting room. So this is just a hallway with constant seating, you know, and it wraps around. So you just have a big block that wraps around. And I'm gonna shut this. So there's no room on this one, so it's just one hallway all the way around here. And then you have 2 rooms. So you have one here, one here. This is going to be the game room, and then this is the bedroom and workshop. So the game room, it's pretty barren right now. I just kind of put just a few pool tables and a foosball table. I really wanted to, since this one is sort of like yellow, more yellow tint, I just kind of put a yellow wall over here to make it, you know, make it a little bit bright. But yeah, so you got one room here, and if you look, you can just see like how many walls I put down with doorways, just to, like, keep it all closed. So yeah, and then close that one, and then I don't want to take you into here yet. This is one I spent a lot of time on, but in here, this would be the bedroom, and then the workshop in the back. I love these, the little terrariums that they have on the sides. Gives it a nice lighting, and I love it. I really love this shelter, but I have future plans for it that's going to be a little bit better. And I put a little bit of the scoreboards in here to cover it up. I didn't want like a solid color wall or anything, but I put them in there. This one isn't lit up for some reason. It's way darker than the others, but yeah. So that's in there, and then this would be the workshop if I continue working on it, just because it's a little drab and gray, so I would just put a whole bunch of stuff in here, maybe another power armor bench, but yeah. Alright, and then the stuff I kind of spent a lot of time on because I saw it and I was like, oh, this is what the idea would be for it. This is what I would want to do. And I don't think I executed it greatly, but it looks nice. It really looks nice. So, let's go in. So, the theme in here is definitely blue. I have the blue walls, the makeshift speakers in the back, the TVs, and then this big wraparound couch that took a minute to make. And you have the aquarium underneath where you can see all the fish and stuff. So yeah, just kind of like a little nice bar area. Well, not a bar area, more of like a, I don't know, a club area or something. I don't know what Bethesda did with the rugs, but the rugs are really hard to do nowadays. They're like floating above this thing, and then the chairs don't want to go on them, so I just ended up, I mean, why would you want to cover this up in the first place? You know what I mean? But with some things, you know, like even in there, it doesn't work, and I can't understand why. But yeah, and I am going to use this shelter as my cliffside mansion base. So once we get our camp slots, I'm going to make a cliffside mansion camp, and then this is going to be the shelter for it. So it's going to be huge, it's going to be a big sprawling mansion, and then you come down into here, and it's also really, really huge. So yeah, I'm super excited for the camp slots. I really can't wait for it, and the perk slots. I think it's going to be amazing, and I am super happy for this next update, patch 26. So yeah, well, thank you guys for watching my video here and watching the stream. I should have some more videos out here soon, and I'm going to show off some of these other camps, and then maybe do a huge one that will probably take about an hour and a half, because this video will probably be 30 minutes. Yeah, in other news, I opened up a Teespring shop with some Fallout artwork on some hoodies and t-shirts and stuff. That link will be in the description if you guys want to check it out. So yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day, and thank you for checking out my video. Ad Victoriam. I'll see you out in the wasteland.